Hi, my name's Andy Crabb and I'm one of the archaeologists at Dartmoor National Park Authority, and I'm very excited at the moment because, as you can see behind me, we're actually excavating on Piles Hill on southern Dartmoor. And what we're excavating is a stone row, and on Dartmoor we've probably got the world's largest concentrations of stone rows. We've got about 85 known examples, but we know next to little about them. So what we're trying to do as part of our Upland Common Cause project, we're excavating along the Piles Hill Stone Row, which runs for about 850 metres, and we're trying to answer very specific questions which will hopefully tell us about their age and maybe their function, and if we're really lucky we'll extract some environmental information from the soils and the fills which will tell us about the past land use and what the environments were like when these monuments were in use. On Dartmoor, as I mentioned, we don't know much about stone roads. This excavation is a great opportunity to try and answer some fundamental questions, one of those being how old they are. And we're hoping to find that by getting artifactual and dating evidence from material associated with the stone rows. Now, the stones themselves. Now, Piles Hill is a particularly interesting stone row because it's quite long and it crosses two watersheds. But most of the stones, as you can see where my hand is resting, are currently recumbent. And we don't know if they were pulled over in the historic period or pulled over in antiquity or just fell over naturally. And we weren't really even sure if they ever stood up. So that was our kind of fundamental research question for this dig, was to say, were these stones ever standing? And so we've dug down, and if you can see on the camera, we have found evidence which we're hoping is a socket hole. I've got some very darker fills here from material which washed in to the hole which they dug to stand this stone up in. And we're hoping we'll find artifacts in here and maybe bits of charcoal or other environmental information which will allow us to date when this socket hole filled up and allow us to give us a rough date for when this stone may have been standing. So that's really exciting. Only 3 or 4 other stone rows have been excavated on Dartmoor, and none of them actually yielded any artifactual information, so things like flint or pottery. So we'd be really lucky if we find something. We're more hopeful to get dating evidence like charcoal, for example, in these fills.